Sorry, can you help me? I can't turn on the microwave.
Just a moment, I'll be with
Yes, yes.
Mine, how many?
A microwave.
Mm-mm.
No. Are you married?
No.
How old are you? What?
How old do you think I am? I'm 32.
32. You look very younger.
Everybody says that.
Wow. Okay. 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 Later, please. I would like to know you better, know you more. Okay? A little more. Because I like how you look.
Okay.
You look very, very good.
My people, imagine this. A foreign man arrives in your country. He doesn't even know your culture. He doesn't even know your language. Yes. He doesn't know your history. And yet within a few days, he now has access to your daughters, to your sisters, your women, to your mothers in the communities. Not because he's rich, no. Not because he's powerful. He's not even famous. But because he's white. Yeah. I'm thinking if the same man is black from your own country or a fellow African country, would we have received the same treatment? This is not about one man. It's about the mindset that we have as Africans. A mindset that says foreign is better, white is superior, and black is lucky to be chosen by a white guy. My people, take a look at these videos, right? Just check it.
Hello, what is your name? Hi. I like how you look.
Thank you.
You a Kenyan girl?
Yeah.
Live here.
Yeah.
I'm from Russia,
Russia.
but live here too. How old are you?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Good. You live with your parents or husband?
Just alone.
Alone.
Yeah. I'm a student.
Students.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
I would like to see you in the evening. Okay?
When?
Today in the evening, I would like to see you.
Yeah, I can try.
Okay?
Yeah.
Write me, please, in WhatsApp. I have a Russian WhatsApp, Russian number.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
This is my place here, my room. I rent an apartment. This apartment.
Sit.
Huh?
Have a seat.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Do you want water?
Water.
This is.
I think your room is very hot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why you put half?
What?
That's how you serve in Russia. Small water.
Small water? Hello. You look good, very good. What's your name?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You live here?
Yes.
I'm too. I live here 2 days. Where are you going?
We're going back home.
Back home.
Yeah.
I would like to see you in the evening.
Maybe a 6 hotel.
What's up?
Yes?
My people, that what you are seeing in these videos is the colonial mindset. The chains, the slavery chains, they are no longer physical. The slavery chains, they are now in our brains. Because, like I said, before we even speak about these white women, these women in the videos, right? The women who, some of them, they followed the guy, said, I'm doing nothing. I'm just thinking, if this was a black man approaching women the same way, right? No accent, no racial difference, no a colonial hello, would you have received the same treatment? This is not about, I'm not, if you call me a misogynist or whatever, I'm not trying to be that. I'm just trying to address the mind of Africans that we have. Before we even speak, that we even think that these African women, they are different with the African mindset that believe that white is superior and black is inferior. I want you to look at this thing, right? When the former president of Namibia, the last founding father of liberation in Southern Africa, Samuel Mapaz, there were just a very few presidents from Africa who came. Just a few, just a handful. I remember there was president of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa, president of Zimbabwe, President Emerson Mnangagwa, and other presidents. Okay, you can check the pictures. This president, when they come for the burial of our father, the father of African liberation, President Sam Myom, they were given VIP treatment. They were treated as head of state they are, right? But when the Queen of England passed on, our same presidents, they took to London. They went to London. Our presidents were put in school buses. Yes, I'm not lying. Just check the pictures. Our presidents were put in school buses. Yet the president of America was chauffeured in his and the other presidents. So we before we even the mindset is still in our mind that black is inferior and whiteness is superior. My people, this is not even fun. You see, this kind of predators, they go where self-worth is weakest. The guy couldn't do it in America. The guy could not go and do whatever he was doing in Japan or in China. He came to Africa. He chose Africa not by accident. He chose Africa because these women, yes, we can say they are random women, but it's a barometer of who our people are. Whenever we see whiteness, we just lose it. We go above board trying to please them. Not long ago, just I think a day or so, I was just in a group associating with my friends. You see, like us Zimbabweans, we are all over the world. So the best way you can connect your friends with the people that you grew up with is just via a WhatsApp group where you guys just say, how are you, where are you? So we've been talking with my people, and then there was an argument, and then one guy from that other group, he said, even the whites, they do the same thing. My people, can you imagine? That is so. Whiteness is the standard of perfection. Even whites are doing it, so I can do it. Even the thing is unacceptable, you just say I do it because I even saw whites doing it. It is a problem that we have as Africans, because people, unless we respect ourselves as Africans, unless we put value to ourselves, to see that indeed us as Africans, we are also the same people as any other race, right? President Mugabe used to say that unless you did not tell that we are also from the same God, we are not half humans. My people, this is not fun. This is painful to watch. There is, you see, this thing of wanting validation from the white. The guy lands in Africa, in Kenya and Ghana. He's not a diplomat. He is not a billionaire. He's not a global celebrity. What does he have? A Russian accent and white skin. And our women lose it. Within days, he's approaching women in Ghana and Kenya. People, I have daughters. I'm a father of a daughter. Filming this episode is not easy for me. This is painful to say the least. He goes into shops where our women are working, our sisters are working, our mothers are working, our daughters are working, in the streets where our sisters are working. Like the woman you saw, she is having kids. Just one word, she is with a foreign man. Let's pause for a moment. If this guy was an African man, I'm saying he's from Nigeria doing that to the women of Ghana. Today, internet could have been buzzing, calling for foreigners to be banned, calling for all foreigners who are coming from. By foreigners, we call ourselves foreigners. But when the other people from other continents come, they are tourists. If that was done by a Nigerian in Ghana, in Kenya, today the feminists could have been on their toes, screaming their lungs out that foreigners must be banned. Foreigners must not be just allowed to be this. Men are this, men are that. Politicians could have been shouting from the rooftops. But because this person is not an African, this person is not from Congo, he is not from Sierra Leone, this guy, he is not from Zambia, he's not from Tanzania, the reaction is different. Because you know what? We have accepted that as Africans, we can be treated anyhow and it's okay. My people, I want you to just look at this. If I've told that we are not here to shame women. We are here to address the root cause of these problems. Our people have to be told that even themselves, as Africans, we are equally important. As Africans, we are also created in the same image of God. People, I want you to take a closer look at an African woman. If you are sitting close to an African woman, just take a look at her. Look how curvaceous an African woman is. Look how beautiful an African woman is. With or without enhancement, African women are beautiful. Look at their caves. Look at their backs, at their bums, right? But the same African women are being convinced by the people who are selling us fake bums that you need to be more curvaceous to be loved. And those people, as straight doors as they are, they don't do those things. As we have been blessed by God with all the beauty, it is only an African woman, when she comes her hair, it can just go straight up. African women, we can have our cornrows, we can be beautiful. African women, they can be bowed and they still can be beautiful. But someone convinced that that's for you to look beautiful, you have to have someone's dead hair on top of your hair. It's called human hair. My people, who told us those things? Let's pause for a moment, because this is serious. This is painful to watch. Not to be outdone are our pastors. The pastor saw a white man in church, and the spirit of the pastor, it was upon him, and immediately he just declared, "Oh, you are here, you want to marry my daughter." If these so-called churches, the so-called men of God, They have the Spirit of God as they claim. I know the Spirit of God is omnipresent. I know the Spirit of God uh, the Spirit of God is omniscient. If the Spirit of God is upon these charlatans who call them these pulpit bandits, whose sole mandate is to collect money from our gullibles, if the Spirit of God was upon this guy, he was going straight to see that this lady was in the hands of a predator. But because he has the authority of a pastor, he pushed straight this young lady in the hands of a predator. That this young lady was going to be married by this predator. My people, this problem is multifaceted. Our pastors cannot even, whenever they see white people, they lose it in the churches. They are given front seats. They are treated different. They will give testimony that even at our church, white people are coming. Come on. Come on. My people, I have the blood in me of a warrior. My grandfather, Kasokosa, he went to fight in the World War II. He used to call it the War of Hitler. So when he went, he fought with the whites. He told us, I was young to understand it then because he passed on in 1992. I was not even 10, but I remember the stories. He told us that when he went to fight in the War of Hitler, as he called it, he was given only a bicycle. The bicycle, this thing. He was given this thing. And guess what the white counterparts they were fighting with were given? They were given farms in a place called Bema Valley in Zimbabwe. They were given acres of land. My grandfather used to say this thing. That you see, we were even better in battle than those guys. We protected them. We fought side by side. But what was he given? A bike. So when he came back from the war, given a bike, he started to work as a barn attendant on a farm of a white guy. So he said this other day he was attending the barn where he was checking the fire and putting logs in the fire and all these things. And because it was a tiresome, tedious job, he started to doze to sleep. And as the tradition of that white man, they used to call him Kanjinga, which means that he used to cycle on his bike. So the guy was called Kanjinga. Somewhere in Mashoda and Central in Zimbabwe. I think those who are older than me, they know the man called Kanjinga. Please comment in if you know the white man who was called Kanjinga. I will tell you how the white man died, but let me continue with how my grandfather told us the story. He used to tell us the story on the fireplaces when we after meals we would sit under the sun and he would tell us these stories. So he said, if this white man find you sleeping on duty, he would throw you straight in the fire. And a lot of people were thrown in the fire and they subsequently died in the fire. So my grandfather said, so he came, I was sleeping, and he started to kick him, and he was lifting him up to throw him in the fire. My grandfather said, I fought with him. Said, I fought him, and until he ran away to his house and went to get a gun. My grandfather fled. And as it was in the the following day, my grandfather went to the parade. They call it a parade where all the workers will assemble, right? He was not ballooning his story because my grandmother also was attesting to the story. She said it. Then when they were all on the parade, the white man came and shook the hand of my grandfather and said, "This is the man. This man. He got balls because all the other men I find here sleeping, they don't even fight. They just fumble. But this guy is a true man. No wonder why he went to war and come back." So my grandfather used to tell us that you don't bow to white supremacists. if you bow, then it used to say that we are the same. There is no difference. So I carry that blood in me. The blood of Kasokos is in me. My people, if we have these conversations with our children, with our grandchildren, that we are actually the same, the chains that used to be in our hands, the chains that were put for 400 years, the chains that we have been subjected to. You know, there is a term in my language, in Shona. It's called kunyarara kunokunda kutaura. So they said silence is golden. How was this term coined? You see, like when in the farms, like the equivalent of the plantations in the US, whenever the African people were mistreated, and if you voice up your concerns, you'll be beaten up. That why did you voice up your concern? So our African natives, they just ended up with this term that, you know, for what? For you to be safe, you don't have to say anything. Just be quiet. Let's normalize having these conversations with our children. That you are not from the lesser God. That this skin pigmentation. I was listening to Dr. Guramatun, and Dr. Guramatun was saying that if only you knew how much this black pigmentation is way more, it saying its value, 1 gram of black of pigmentation, right? He's saying he was saying, I didn't verify it, but Dr. Guramatun was saying on one of his interviews, he was saying that a gram of pigmentation is way more valuable than the price of a gram of gold. And what happens? Our people are told that they have to bleach for them to be acceptable, for them to be called civilized, for them to be attractive. Our people are seeking validation. My people, validation does not come from being accepted by the whites that you are better. No. Guys, we have people like Strive Masiwa, he's black, and he made a unicorn. We have a black person who is the vice president of Google. His name is James Manika. He is a black person. Yes, the Google, you know, the Google that this platform I'm sharing this video is on. The vice president of this company is a black person from Zimbabwe. His name is James Manika. We have a black man in Nigeria. His name is Alan Wonyema. He owns an airline, one of the biggest in Africa. It's owned by a black person. Oprah Winfrey is the I think, if not the greatest media personality in the world. She's black. President Barack Obama, he's black. He became the president of United States of America. We have a man in Malawi. His name is Napoleon Zombe. He's black. And the man is building hotels, he is employing, he's teaching his people how to be self-reliant. Those are the leaders that we need, the role models that we need in Africa. The role models that will tell us that blackness is only skin deep. Being black or being any color is only skin deep. You can achieve any other thing that any other race can achieve. You don't have to seek validation from a Caucasian for you to be better, for you to be acceptable. No. My people, what this guy was doing, this was not love. Our beautiful women in Africa, because of this colonized mind that we have, that whiteness is supreme, that whiteness is the thing. There is even a disturbing video of, guys, this is bad, of a beautiful African sister who was asked to drink her own urine by this guy. She did it on camera and sent her the video. That's not love. That's demeaning. That's showing dominance that you are subhuman. The problem is not these women. The problem is where the problem starts from. We have to understand that we are not less of a people. This is not about Russia. It's not about Ghana. Neither is it about Kenya. This is about this colonial created hierarchy that shows that the African people, they rank the lowest. Even this, I don't celebrate Gandhi. I don't celebrate him because Gandhi, he is the guy who is famously known that yes, you know, whites, you are better, right? And so, but us Indians, we don't you don't have to classify us as these guys. We are actually better than them. So this hierarchy said that the black person is at the bottom of the human chain, and at some point human Africans were classified as 3/4 of a person or 1 or 2/3 of a person, right? So the problem is not that these women were they wanted validation. The problem is we have been told that the white skin is when we see the white skin, it shows that that's proximity to money, proximity to power. That's your ticket out of poverty. That's your ticket out of penury and misery. My people, that is what we must destroy from the foundation. That is what we must kill. Because the reason why, as I've said earlier on, as Africans, we are on each other's throat. Like I said, that if this guy was a Zimbabwean doing that in South Africa, political parties could have been formed. And that we have to take down foreigners. Foreigners have to be taken out. But because this guy is from Russia, he has been doing that to the women in Ghana, women in Kenya, there is silence. Because you know why? It's okay when it's done by the other races. But when we are among ourselves, we were taught to fight against ourselves. We were taught to not to accept anything that we can do. And if it was done by a fellow African brother, my people, I'm telling you, political parties could have been formed. It could have been a serious situation. You see, because this bleaching industry, this plastic hair and all is a $1 billion industry. Why is it a $1 billion industry? It's a $1 billion industry because our women, our people, not even women, our people have been told that whiteness is the standard of beauty. Hollywood told us who is beautiful. Magazines told us who is beautiful. So whenever we see whiteness, we see it as the superior thing. This is not coincidence. This is how many of us have been conditioned. We've been conditioned to believe this. Now let's ask this hard question now. If whiteness have been marketed globally as the premium product, what happens now when a white person walks into a working space or walks into a marketplace? The white person is chosen first. The white person is given the first preference. Not by the white them, but by us blacks, because we have been told that whiteness is the premier product. This guy didn't have to even prove his status. He didn't even have to prove the car that he was driving. No. He just have to be white. And African women have to follow him. My people. This is where we are. And as I said, that this is, you see, our women, there are stories that are being said. Some are even married. They have to lie to their people, to their husband, that I'm going to take care of my sick mother. The other one, they said that they are the women that will be giving you problem, chasing after them. It's like this other guy was saying that your woman is not decent, only that the Russian guy was not in your hood. It's a joke. I don't like it. I'm not generalizing, because I know we have African women who have value. But the problem is not only with, the problem is our culture we have inherited, the conditioning that we have been conditioned to believe that Africans are inferior beings to every other race. Even some men reinforce this by praising light-skinned women. Black-skinned women are shamed for their blackness. My people, this will cause our women to have insecurities. They won't feel proud in their skin. I've developed this habit myself. Whenever I get into a supermarket, on the till I'm being served by a woman, African woman, who is proud to wear her own hair. Usually I give them tips. Usually I compliment them. I tell them that, Mama, you are beautiful. You look beautiful in your hair. It's a habit I've developed. I want our women to be proud of who they are. You see, you don't have to wear a different someone's hair for you to be beautiful. You are beautiful the way you are. Let's make it a habit to tell our children, to tell our sisters, our workmates, when they come in their natural hair, in their boldness, tell them really that they are beautiful. You see, for our people in the French-speaking countries, they have to be evoluers. And evolue is, you have to, this is it's evolution from being uncivilized for you to be like the white people. So you have to bleach your skin. That's why you see in most of these countries, you find people bleaching because they want to be evoluers. They speak, they eat, they do their things like their white colonial masters. In Portuguese speaking, they are the assimilados. Assimilado. So you have to be similar to this. So you have to be accepted in that league that you are in assimilado. You are similar to this guy of this particular race. My people, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous mindset that we have to care. Because this hierarchy was created for us to be exploited. As they say that if you want to kill to hang a dog, just give it a bad name. We have seen pictures, a video of the former president of United States of America being depicted as the former president and the first lady. That was not accident. That was to remind Africans that you are apes, you are not humans. My people, these conversations we must have. These conversations, they are not about just women. These conversations is about us as Africans to value who we are, to understand and to take into cognizance that we are as any other race. We are the same. We are at the same level. Yes, this other thing also, when we don't have to trust. You see, if a black person walks into a place, like there are some supermarkets when you're black, or some places where a black person, you go and you are getting out, they have to check your slip that you paid. If it's a white guy, sometimes they are let scot-free. It's the same on our police checkpoints. You are a black person, they will stop you, they will harass you. But if you are a white person, even in our African countries, you are a white person, you have a free pass, you are a tourist. It's the same everywhere. If you are from the Western countries, your passport can just go everywhere else. That's why this guy could just go from Ghana to Kenya easily. But if you are from Africa, for me today, if I want to go to Cameroon, to Togo, to Ivory Coast, I want to go to Algeria and some other countries, I have to sell my arm and leg. I have to tell them the first date of my father and my mother. But when you are from Europe, no, it's easy. You just go. That is the problem that we must address as Africans. Because we are busy fighting amongst ourselves. Because the issue of these women just brought this, of this guy, just brought this. These things are happening every day. Only that this guy happens to expose it. There is what is called sex tourism in Kenya, in Uganda. All these places where there are beaches, the beach where the tourist goes and there will be sunbathing, and they are going there to take our married women even. You saw this lady who was a receptionist at a hotel. From nowhere, she accepted just to be tagged by a foreign guy. Every day we are talking about our women, children being kidnapped. Because of the skin color, because our inferiority complex, we make it easy for these guys to have their way with our women. Because of this. Powers that be, African Union. These are the topics. This is the education that we must educate our people. You speak to any average American person, they will tell you that America is powerful. We watch their movies, they remind us that America is great. America is all great. You watch an African movie, we are busy praising other. We play the drums of other people. We dance to the music of other people. My people, this is the right time. That the spirit that is in Sahel of saying that we as Africans, we are able to do this thing on ourselves. That we as Africans, we are equally able to deal with our affairs. As Africans, we are not inferior human beings. That's the spirit that we must inculcate in our people. Because it can never be that in this day and age, slavery has ended. Colonialism has ended. I was born after colonialism in my country. Yes, there was still apartheid in South Africa. Namibia was not yet independent when I was born. But I celebrated because my grandfather inculcated in me the spirit of being proud African. He was not that educated that much, but the story that he was telling us, he embedded it in me. Thus, Africans are as equal as any other human being. My people, Africa has to change. The spirit of Sahel have to be in all of us. The spirit of believing that we can all do this thing. We are equal to every other race. Yes, I heard that the government of Ghana, they are trying to extradite this guy to come to Ghana. His crime, of course, is that he was filming and posting content, some explicit of our African women without their consent. But unfortunately, as you can read, the government of Russia does not extradite their citizens. I believe the only country that they have that treaty with is Mozambique. But it also has to be on very special conditions that they extradite their citizens for them to face trial in foreign countries. So as it stands, my people, we won't be seeing this guy appearing in the courts of Ghana to answer for what he did. Yes, what he did was immoral. What he did was to undermine us as Africans. When you see an African in your country, my people, let's love one another. Let's love this blackness. If you love a black person like you are loving yourself. Let's love ourselves. Let's show love to one another. Let's respect, let's value one another. Let's not put barriers and barricades around ourselves, because Africa is one. The spirit of Africanism, Pan-Africanism, in its truest and pure form, not Pan-Africanism where we only invoke it when we want to oppress our people, and then we invoke Pan-Africanism as a way of deflecting. I'm talking about Pan-Africanism where we really love our people, where we know that our people comes first, where we know that our people deserve dignity, when you know that our people deserve the best of the land. Pan-Africanism in its truest form, politicians, is when you protect your people by giving them dignity, not to strip them everything and allow foreign Chinese people to come. When I talk about the Chinese, I'm talking about the Chinese capital, who come to Africa and sometimes even beat up our kings, beat up our chiefs, and they go scot-free. The Chinese who come and dig in our sacred places and put cyanide and mercury in our rivers, they go scot-free. No, our people deserve dignity. Our laws, they are supposed to be the laws. Our African leaders, you went to war, as you claim. Many of you went to war because you said, my fatherland cannot be treated like this. So I leave you with this. It's either homeland or death, because this cannot be business as usual. Homeland or death. We will protect Africa. We will restore Africa's dignity. One video at a time. My people, thank you so much for watching. It's not has been a very video for me to share. It's quite painful. I am a father of a daughter. I wouldn't want to see my daughter being subjected to this kind of humiliating thing just because she's black. No, never again will our black people be treated this way. No, never again. We are in 21st century. Who will defend our Africanicity with our lives? I know it's not easy to be a Pan-African. Your most detractors, they are Africans themselves. Homeland or death, we will defend our fatherland. Thank you so much, my people, for watching this episode. You know I love you. I love Africa. I thank you, all of you who always watch us, who always watch our videos, who always like and share. Whenever I look at the analytics, I see there are so many shares. There are so many likes. This shows your love. I'm really humbled. And if it's your first time to watch this video, watching this channel, please take it a step further. Subscribe. When you subscribe, when you like, when you comment, you are telling the algorithm of the YouTube that you really want to see this kind of content over and over. This will help us to create more content, to fight for our fatherland. I have seen a lot of people are making jokes out of this. This is not a joking matter. This goes deep to the core of dehumanizing us as a people. My people, thank you for watching. Until I see you again in our other videos. My name will always remain the Osajefu, the President of Africa. And you guys, remember to take care of your loved ones. Bye-bye.